The three keys is really about finding alignment of your weight centers so that you can be supported by the innate structure of the body. And there's a big lesson in that you don't have to support yourself. You don't have to grip. We are mostly gripping in ways that we don't understand until we learn what we can rely on. So with that process, there's a sense of trust that there is this support. And when you make that flip, and it's like, wow, okay, I understand how much I am restricting myself. What we're trying to do is just crack open the feeling of something different so that you can, over time, understand how you navigate yourself from your sacrum. But to get to the sacrum, oftentimes you have to let go of your quads, or you have to understand that how you activate the pelvic floor or rely on the pelvic floor, or you have to be able to balance yourself on your feet instead of use your back, or. There's so many different places where you can throw yourself off, and it's a whole system that is operating suboptimally. And what we're looking to do is allow the system to work the way it can. Some of it is mechanical, other parts of it is more emotional. That emotional piece is one of the hardest things to let go when you're working with your body, because you have to make that bridge. Sometimes people use feelings to designate sensations, and sometimes they use it to designate emotions. I try to say sensations, those are neutral experiences. Emotions are personally assigned, meaningful experiences. So they're a constellation of sensations. So when you say an emotion blocks the grounding or sensing, what you're doing, you're attributing an emotional meaning to the sensing. An emotion like shame is not a sensation. It is a whole constellation of things. Shame for you feels different than shame for me. And it's based on our histories, our bodies, what we sense, what's most noticeable for us in our bodies. And so when you say emotion blocks grounding or sensing, you're talking about you're unable to drop into the sensory experience of the present moment, the sensory neutral experience of your human aspect. When you learn to do that, you learn to work with your body in a different way so that you can create a sensory experience of joy, a sensory experience of confidence, a sensory experience of an emotional state that can counteract the block. You start to clarify your experience of what's going on. You don't confuse this emotional interpretation, which is based on your history and expectations and your habits and everything, with the present moment sensory experience. I mean, that's the heart of meditation, that you're just watching things go by. If it's thoughts and concepts, you let it go because it doesn't really exist. It's something that is created. And if it's sensations, it will arise and fall. It's impermanent. And you witness the truth of impermanence if you're able to distinguish between those two. And when you embody the truth of impermanence and are connected to it, the emotions and meaning is what you create. And when you know how to create something, you live a much more fulfilling present moments because you are participating. You're not a product of your circumstance, but you are a participant in your circumstance.